Hello, and today I wanted to make a video and compare changes that are made in update 1.18 to French heavy tank, specifically tier 10 AMX M454, and I want to do before and after right here in the garage, and just see brief review and comparison and see what actually changes and how it compares directly. So right now I'm in version 1.17, so this is before the update, and I'm just gonna view this tank in my garage and try to showcase armor and keep it kind of brief. So let's see how it goes. So this is tier 10 French heavy tank AMX M454, as you can see, and they are improving it. So they improved it already, so I'm recording this, pre-recording this in 1.17 to show you what it was before. So basically front armor is the same, and I'm gonna show this very nice tool that I like. It's armor view, that you can just show armor characteristics right in the garage. So let's just check this straight. So let's say we are facing this tank straight. So frontally this tank has a pretty good armor already, so nothing to complain about. It's over 300, so you will bounce even premium ammunition. Standard one's easy, so if you get hit up front, even lower plate is strong, and if you angle it a little bit, it should be even harder to penetrate. See, over 400 here, 360, 370, 380 up there. But as we angle it, probably most of you know that the weak spot of this tank is specifically this area, which is very flat, and you can see it's under 200, which is easy even for tier 8s, and this is a tier 10 heavy tank. So tier 9s, tier 10s, no problem. So you basically can't side scrape this tank. You have to face your enemies frontally. If you side scrape, then you just get hit. Even here, see how weak it is. Mostly it's penetration, but this area is very easy to hit right there. It's flat, and side is not that strong. See, if you angle it well and get hit, this may be a bounce, but if you have a bad angle like this one, it's a penetration. And they are improving the side armor, which is good. So right now it's a 60 millimeter. So if we do it this way, it's a 60 millimeter, and even artillery can go through and penetrate this from the side. So it will make a good difference for artillery shots. And this is one change they are making, and unfortunately I don't think they are improving this spot. So I think it's only side, like from this on, which is really bad. But we will see this later in the video when we actually look at 1.18, and we will compare actual values. So right now, as you can see, it's under 190. It's around the 190, which is easy for any tier 8s, most tier 8s, and any tier 9s and tier 10 shouldn't be an issue. That's mainly what changes from armor perspective. And to counter this change, this buff, they are slowing its traverse speed. So right now, what is traverse speed? If we can see mobility, traverse speed is 33.38. So later in the video we will see how it changes, and then we can compare it. As far as other changes goes, main changes are for guns. So they are improving gun characteristics and improving firepower in general. So right now this we have two guns, so 120mm and the 130. So for now, let's talk about the 120. For 120mm, let's see. So we have 400 damage. That's not gonna change. We have 264mm of penetration on starting rounds, and this goes up to 270. I believe we will see this later. Loading is 10.9 as of now, but in garage it shows 10.45, so we can look at both numbers. I don't know if this considers something, I don't know, crew or ventilation. I don't know why it's different, but 10.45 here, so we could just use this as a reference. So let's go with this 264 rate of fire 5.74, 10.45 gun loading, and I'm not sure if anything else is improved on this gun. I think aim time and the overall characteristics will improve, but for the second gun, so turret armor, I just want to touch base real quick. I don't think this changes. It's AD or whatever, 85, but we will check in later in version 1.18 and see if there is any difference. Turret or rear, I don't think it changes. Main changes sight, but we will see that. Let's check the second gun, and this gun I think undergoes most changes, and right now you can see that penetration is 250 on starting round, and that does not change. They only change, they improve premium penetration from 280 to 296, I believe, but we will see that later, if I'm not wrong. And reload time is now very slow. It's 15.15. The rate of fire is 3.96, which is very low. This changes significantly in 1.18. And gun characteristics, aim time, dispersion, accuracy changes a lot. So this gun will be a lot easier and more enjoyable to play. And those are main changes that we will see on this tank, and that's what I wanted to talk about, unless I'm missing something else. If I'm missing something else, we will see it on 1.18, and then I will add, make corrections and add more information. So for now, this was 1.17 version, and let's now move into 1.18, which is a new update, and see what this looks like. See you in a little bit. And there we go. We are in update 1.18 already, and we have a new AMX M454, new and improved. So let's compare now. Let's see what changed. Main changes are armor related, so I'm just gonna go straight to this tool to show how it changed. Armor view, see front is same, over 300, below 328, 3 frontally. If we angle it, it was around 350, 360, which stays the same. So front has not changed, as we can see. Only side changed from this point on, and this weak spot stays as a weak spot, so it's still 195. So nothing has changed here, which is very unfortunate, because if you side scrape, you get hit here, and it's an easy penetration for most tanks you face. So it's still not good for side scraping. So from our armor perspective, not much has changed as a player. So you still should try and face enemy frontally. If you side scrape, you get hit here. If you face this tank and they side scrape, just shoot the same weak spot as before. only change this area from 60 to 85, and mainly this would help maybe sometimes if you see at angle side was like 110, so at this angle, and now it's like around 200, so this made a pretty big difference. Below, certain areas are stronger, certain areas are not that strong, so it's better to shoot here, I guess, between this hull and tracks. But it will make a difference for artillery shots, I guess. If you get hit, shells land here, you will get less damage. So from armor perspective, that's same. Let's check. Turret should be same. Yeah, 85. Rear also should be same. Nothing has changed. So this is it. Basically, only this plate changed. And from player's perspective, it's not a big difference. So if you face this tank, you should still shoot here. And if you drag this tank, you should still avoid side scraping or somehow do it while hiding this one, which is very hard. So you should still try and face your enemies frontally. What has changed mainly that makes a lot of difference is gun characteristics. And I will touch base traverse speed. So they lowered traverse speed, and it was 33.38, so now it's 29.2. So they lowered it a little bit to counter the improvements that they made. But I play this on test server, it's still not slow, it's still not sluggish or anything. You won't really see a difference. So let's take a look at this gun. This gun has higher penetration. It has 270 instead of what was it, 264 before. So 270 is already a really high penetration for a heavy tank. And it's really good, and its gun loading is also very fast. It's 9.59 versus what was it, 10.45. So it was lowered a little bit, less than a second. And that's basically it for this gun. It's a very good gun, it's accurate, it's fast shooting, high penetration. So for players who don't use premium ammo like me, this is a good change because 270 is really good, and that's maybe what I'm gonna be using. But I tested the second gun on test server and it was so comfortable. I think this is safe to say that this may be the better gun, so I would recommend playing this one too. This one had a lot of improvements. Penetration is the same. I mean, standard penetration is the same, but they improved the premium penetration, I believe, 296 from 280. But this doesn't make any difference for me. Anyway, so it's 250, which is okay. It's a high caliber gun, so you will penetrate a lot of tanks. But it has better gun characteristics overall. Reload time was reduced a lot, so now it's 12.45, and it came down from 15.15. So this was a really good change and improvement. Aim time is still same, but dispersion at 100 meters changed from 0.34 to 0.32, and dispersion is pretty important for gun characteristics. It makes it more comfortable, easy to aim, fast to aim, and get more snapshots. So this was all of the changes, unless I'm missing something. I think that's all it was, and I do not have this tank for now, and I tested it on test server. Gun feels good. This gun feels good. I would play with this gun, not the smaller one. Other than that, from armor wise, just do the same. Don't side scrape. Try to be face your enemy frontally. Obviously, do not rely on side armor or bounces or anything. So it's good for artillery shots, I guess, but other than that, shouldn't be a big difference. So that was it for AMX and for 54 before and after. And thanks for watching, and please comment down below. Let me know if you like this tank or if you actually feel any difference, and let me know what you think about the changes. And have a great weekend.